Okay. Hi everybody, and welcome to Sit and Knit for a Bit with Arne and Carlos. And we are, as always, your hosts.
Arne and Carlos.
We are having a summer holiday, so we're not actually here, but we are.
We are.
But we are. We're enjoying.
Maybe we're on a trip with our beetle.
Yeah.
You never know.
Or maybe we're in our garden enjoying a beautiful summer day, hanging out in our garden, taking care of our dogs, walking in the woods. Or we could be on a boat somewhere, on a sailing boat.
Yeah, you
or
never know.
A little.
Because we're everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We're like so impulsive.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are. Anyway, Sit in It for a Bit is our Wednesday podcast. We want people to come and sit with us and enjoy an hour of fun, which is actually not an hour because we never get that far, do we?
We try to do like 15 minutes.
No, we try to do an hour, but no matter how we do it, we end up doing 15
Normally
minutes.
we say it's 15 minutes.
Well, that's because that's all we have time for.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Anyway.
Oh, this is so confusing.
Yeah, it's very
I think we have
confusing.
1 hour and 15 minutes.
No, I think it's 15 minutes. I think we try doing an hour, but we never get there. We do 15 minutes and then we're done.
Yeah.
I think it's... Anyway, our 15-minute podcast on Wednesdays is all about enjoying, relaxing, sitting, knitting, crocheting, embroidering, whatever you want to do. But we're not doing that right now, are
No,
we?
because we are going back in time. Now we're going back to the year 2016.
16. We're going to show you a new rerun today while we are hanging out in the garden. And today's rerun is one of our most popular again, because that's what we're doing on Wednesdays, the most popular ones. And today's rerun is all about knitting a short row heel.
So that's the second easiest sock in the world.
Yeah. Now that's a very special episode as well, because we've gotten several milestones. I mean, I'd say the first milestone was when we published our first episode, and then we have had many milestones, like reaching 25,000 subscribers, reaching 50,000, reaching 100,000.
Getting that gold thing.
Getting the play button. No, it's a silver play button.
The silver play button. That was a milestone.
So lots of milestones. And on this particular day, when we recorded how to knit the second easiest sock in the world, which is the short row heel, was also a milestone, because that is when Anna came into the group.
Yeah.
Originally it was Eric and PJ and Arne and myself. And then Anna became a full member of the team on that particular day. So that was the first time we met her. Yeah. And we had a lot of fun. Hey, Anna. And it's nice that you're still here.
She's quiet.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk.
No, and shy.
No, and
Camera
she's
shy too.
We had to pull her in the camera.
Yeah, well, one day.
And Eric too.
One day.
One day.
Anyway, they...
He's doing the
Macarena.
Or the bird.
Yeah.
Don't you remember the bird dance?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, sorry.
I have traumas from that dance. Which we'll talk about some other day, just not today.
What are we? We are talking about the short row.
Yeah, we're talking about the short row heel. It is one of our most popular patterns as well on our web shop. This is one of our most popular tutorials. And there's a really cool thing about a short row heel, Arne.
Yeah, you can do it if you go toe up or if you go from the rib down.
Yeah.
I think we had a question about that.
Yeah, recently, yeah. Doesn't matter if you go
Doesn't
toe
matter.
up or cuff down. Short row heel is a short row heel. You do it exactly the same way. In this particular video, we show you how to do it. It's actually a funny one too, because you kind of, you explain it very quickly and then you just keep explaining it because it's a very short video, isn't it?
I don't remember. So I just repeat myself?
Yeah, I think you do.
I hope I say the same thing every time.
Yeah, I hope so too. Anyway.
You never know, because sometimes when you do something, while you're like in the middle of it, you found a new way to do it. And then I changed.
Yeah, that's true.
So that happens all the time. So
anyway, Arne, I think that we're gonna have to rewatch this one because it's been a long time and I don't remember. So we'll probably...
I haven't done a short row heel in a long time, so I need to watch it because I did a lot for a while and then I stopped. So I don't remember.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, we are gonna show you this episode now. I guess we're gonna stay and watch it ourselves and before we continue our gardening. So sit in it with us, or crochet or embroider or not, whatever you want to do. Enjoy this episode, and we will see you again soon with a new rerun before we resume Sit in It for a Bit again in the near future. Bye.
Bye. Sit and bit for a knit.
Again.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit again and knit for a bit.
We're here with our perfect yarn. If you didn't see our previous episode, we've designed a yarn for Regia called Perfect, which allows you to knit 2 identical socks without looking for the beginning and the end, because it's all there. It's marked with a yellow thread that you cut and throw away. And today we're gonna show you how to do the short row heel that we do, because we're knitting, usually, I mean, we like knitting socks from the toe up, because then you can do a really easy heel that we've shown you already. We've done a few tutorials that you can look for on Arne and Carlo's YouTube channel. But now we're gonna do the short row heel, because for the Perfect, you have to start from the toe and from the top and then go down. So it's a top-down sock, and then you need a short row heel. So Arne has been gracious enough to agree to showing.
Yeah. So this is like one way to do a short row heel.
There's many ways.
100 ways, but we show you one way, which is easy. I just want to make 2 rounds of blue before I do the heel. And we do like the Norwegian way with 5 needles. We never do circular or magic loop on socks. We like to work on 4 needles, or knit with 5. So now you see the sock is ready down to the heel, and then when we do the heel, we work on, this is the beginning, so we work on 2 needles for the heel. So I will work on these 2 needles. And what I do is I knit from this side and over to this side, and I, what you call that? You skip 1 stitch on every needle, kind of. That's hard to say in English. So I'll show you. I just start knitting, so I knit the first needle like this. So I knit all these stitches. Then I go on the other needle and I knit all of them except the last stitch. So, see there, one more, then I don't knit the last one, then I turn it and I go back and I slip the first off, and then I purl back. And then when I come to the next needle, I purl all of the stitches, but not the last one. So and then I go back again on the knit side, and then I don't knit the last one of the remaining stitches, so then I have 2 leftovers. So I knit this one, I leave the last one, and then I go back again with knit. So I slip the first and then I knit the rest. And then I continue knitting, knit and purl like this on 2 needles. And then when I have, like for this, I think like 6 stitches left on each needle, like in the center, then I stop. Then that's like that I have enough for the heel. That depends on which yarn you're using or the thickness of the yarn. I think on this one, I think 6 is good. So there. Then I have 2 left on the needle, but then you see there's a hole in between. So then I leave this and I go back, slip this off, and I go back like this. And I go on the next again. Nice. Now when you've done so many, like a few needles, then you see where the hole is on your sock. So you know when you are 1 stitch before the hole, it's time to turn the work and work your way back. So there's the hole. So I turn and I go back. Slip 1 and knit. And then when I finish these needles with skipping 1 stitch, I will show you how to fill the hole or knit so you don't get a hole in your sock. Again, you see there's the hole, so I knit 2 more, and then I turn it. Now I have 3 on this needle, and I slip the first one and I purl back. Now you see I've been knitting back and forth, and I have these stitches that I didn't knit, so I slip 1, I purl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I go to the next needle, I knit to the last stitch before the hole. So 3, hi Freya. Yeah.
Freya.
And then when I finish this, so 7, then I turn it again. And then I can start, because now I have 6. I have to do 1 more. So I slip, I knit the next. And I go on this side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I have 6 on this, and I have 7. So let me go back and make 6 on the last needle also. So I slip, purl the 5, go to the other needle, and I purl the 6. And now I have 6 left on each needle. Then you can see the heel is coming.
Let's see. Oh, that's a gorgeous heel.
I know. So now I have to go and knit these holes I made, because I have to close those holes because you don't want that on your heel. And now I've knitted up to the stitch before a hole and the stitch after the hole. So I knit these two together. I lift the stitch below the last one and I make one, and I turn it around and I purl back to the other side, and I purl all the way until I have 1 stitch left before the hole. And then I purl the stitch before the hole with the stitch after the hole, and I make one. Easy. Not really, no. So I purl from this side to the stitch before the hole. Purl these two together.
Okay, so how are we doing, Arne?
It's coming.
Let me see. Oh, wow, look at that.
Heel is coming.
That's a fabulous heel.
I know. And it's just knitting 2 together and you make 1. So when I slip, I knit the rest of the stitches all the way to the other side.
I think you've said that a
Again.
couple of times now,
I
haven't
think, but
you?
there's nothing else to say.
That's the way to do the heel, basically.
You slip, you knit to the other side, knit 2 together, make 1, turn it around and purl back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you haven't gotten that, go onto our website. There's a pattern there. We've written it down for you because Arne hasn't said it enough times, have you?
No.
So it's there.
I can say it again. Just watch me. Okay, look, I have 2. I knit 1 more. There is 1 stitch before the hole, 1 after. So I knit those 2 together. I lift the stitch below the last one, like, and suddenly I couldn't lift it.
Whoops. That always happens. It happens in the best families, you
yeah.
know.
Come on! I lift it and I knit
Okay, and while you keep knitting that,
and I go back.
yeah, while you keep knitting that gorgeous heel,
I know.
I just want to say a few things again about the perfect. As long as you're knitting from the top down, because that is actually the only thing that you have to do so that perfect works. As long as you do that, it doesn't matter which heel you choose. The heel will come out anyway, and the pattern is going to be identical if you're using the same heel pattern in the other sock. Both socks are going to be the same. The tension doesn't matter. Whatever tension you use, you're going to get 2 identical socks anyway. It's all amazing technology from 2016, basically. And nobody else has this. So, you know, the people that do it, they really know what they're doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it.
I know.
So So really, perfect is the way to go if you're an advanced knitter and you just want to knit something mechanically without thinking. If you are an intermediate knitter that doesn't like using 2 or 3 colors, do the perfect. And if you're a new beginner, trust us
But
on this.
let me tell you something very interesting.
Okay?
If you look at this now, I'm purling.
Yes. And what's happening?
I'm purling all the way to the stitch before the hole.
Yeah. What's so funny?
Have I said this before?
Oh, okay. Oh, now I get
And
it.
there you see, there's the hole, so I purl this one. There's the hole, one stitch, purl these 2 together, and you block the hole. How do you say that? You close the
Yeah,
hole?
you kind of, yeah, you get rid of the hole basically.
And I pick up a stitch and I make one, I purl a new one, and I turn around and I go back again.
Mm.
And now I'm almost there.
And then what do you do beyond that?
Beyond. What do you mean?
You go, yeah, when you do all the twisting and purling and whatever.
And then I do the foot.
Ah, that's what I was after.
Yeah.
And we will put the whole thing. I mean, the whole pattern is on our website anyway, so you can just go there and see the rest of what happens. And if you have any doubts, come here, look at the tutorial, then go back to the pattern in peace and quiet. So let's see the heel. Put it on the table, put it flat. Let's have a look. And let's show our viewers what the heel is looking like.
This is, the heel is coming.
Yeah, that is an amazing heel, basically. I have to say, it's beautiful. And yeah, there you see, and you can see another one here. This is done in a slightly, yeah, looser tension, but it's still another
It
heel.
should be easy now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think with this, you can do any sock
You
you
just
want.
knit and purl.
Yeah. And we hope you enjoy the perfect. Nobody else is doing this because only Regia can do perfect right now. So yeah, just enjoy it. And hopefully next time we will have all these socks on our feet.
And
be nice
remember,
and
when you
warm.
finish the heel, every time you knit 2 together, you should make one to fill the holes. I have to purl.
Okay, let's purl.
Let's purl.
Bye.
Bye.